Hello, everybody. My name's Zach, the founder of Right Hire Consulting. Super thrilled that you took the time to look into our careers. Even more excited for you to be sitting here learning about one of our clients' priority payment systems today. More specifically, we work with Priority Payment Systems Detroit. So really the point of this video today is I want to elaborate further on the company, the job, some day-to-day need-to-know stuff, and just really paint a clear picture for you in order to move forward. Obviously, the next steps from here is I cover everything you need to know. If you're ready to go, I actually help facilitate getting you the onboarding documents and get you signed up and started as an independent contractor. So we're going to cover the job, the company, what training looks like, all of those things. For starters, I do just like to say, there's no startup costs, no fees involved in this. I know it's all too frequent nowadays that jobs are looking to make you pay up front for, a license, this or that. This job, you don't need to pay for the training materials. They ask that you just have your own laptop or cell phone to be able to do the job from. And other than that, that's like the main requirement they have of you. They don't ask for you to attend weekly meetings. There are no set hours. There are no ongoing weekly expectations or mandatory assignments you need to complete. Aside from that, they do just ask that, hey, we're going to give you all the tools you could possibly need to become a master in the field and a master at what you do. They just ask that you utilize those tools and put to use all the information that's presented to you. So for starters, priority payment systems, what they do is it's within the world of merchant services. All that means is they service businesses. More specifically, they help with processing online transactions and processing card transactions in store. So every time you go swipe your card somewhere, there is, behind that little machine that takes your card, there is an actual company who's processing those transactions. It's not the store that does it. Most of the time, it's a company that's affiliated with some big bank out there. What makes priority payment systems very unique is that they are not affiliated with any of the major U.S. banks, which is one of the major things that allows them to cut costs and be able to come in cheaper than all the other competition out there. They can't even compare. So priority payment systems, they stand out because they do things different. They have less overhead costs, and they're able to save their customers money as a result of that. And this is kind of where you come into play. So we have had tremendous success over the last few years growing and scaling this team 100% virtually. No showing up to an office, no team meetings, no nonsense like that. The schedule is part-time or full-time. Make your own hours. You can put as much or as little into this as you think is worthwhile. But one thing you should know is that this is a commission-based opportunity. So your role in the whole process, you have got priority payment systems who completes these payments, does all those little things on the back end. Then you have the businesses out there, which are accepting cards, whether it's online or in person, doing cash transactions. Pretty much any business out there is a potential fit for our services, but not everyone's as easy to get your foot in the door with as you can imagine. So where you come into play is you help facilitate priority payment systems and the needs of local businesses. And it's as simple of a question as, could we save you money each month and every year on your card transaction fees? Which most people, you ask a small business owner, what's the one thing you're trying to do? Cut costs, save money, pad the profits, right? That's number one priority. So majority of people, their ears are going to be perked. You're going to have their attention. And it's just a matter of going in, having the basic conversation of, okay, do you know what your current rates are? Would you mind being able to pull up a bill at some point where we could look at the real nitty-gritty data? And simple conversation of, okay, we can provide services at these rates. You're currently paying these rates. It would make sense for us to connect further. And from there, all you do is get them over to priority payment systems and further that onboarding process. So I mentioned earlier, it's a commission-based job. However, you are not required to do extensive follow-up once the sale has been made. You're strictly facilitating this sale. You're putting two parties together, and you get a very generous payment month over month and that's a lifetime payment. So as long as this company continues to use Priority Payment Systems as their vendor for all of their merchant services and payment processing, you collect this check month over month for the lifetime of that account. So it's a pretty unique opportunity, something that I wish I could have found sooner in my life. I would have had a few less hard days had I had an opportunity like this in my back pocket. So it's extremely exciting for me to be able to share this with everyone out there. And at this point, right, we kind of just covered Priority Payment Systems, their role in the industry and what makes them unique. The day-to-day of this job is as simple as finding businesses, ideally, smaller locally owned businesses, and seeing if you can help save them money. It works out, you can save them a pretty penny, you facilitate making the sale happen, you get them onboarded as a client, and you wash your hands of all the duties and responsibilities from there. So there's no weekly workload. If you work your butt off for 3 months, land a few great clients, and you're making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, collect that check. You don't have to do any other work. You just sit back and make the money. So a lot of people, they really want a salaried opportunity, especially something, you just want a direct reward for the labor you're putting into it. But I will say there's not an opportunity out this like there that allows you to be able to just make the sale, work your own hours, and collect the check. So if you are a certain type of individual who's either one, got great connections with local businesses, or you're just unapologetic in your ability to knock on doors, meet people, shake hands, and get your name out there, this could be a fantastic opportunity for you. So the role is extremely simple, right? Is this a good fit? Cool, let's make it happen. From there, like I said, your hands are done. So in regards to every account that you close, you earn a 40% commission on the billings from that account. So I mentioned earlier, you could go lock in 2-3 accounts and make a very nice chunk of change month over month. What that looks like is, okay, say you have a small mom and pop shop, it may only make you $300-$400. However, a larger company, even though they're still locally owned, if they're doing a little bit more in sales month over month, that could easily be an account that makes you about $1,000 a month. So you sign on these accounts and your commission is 40% of everything the company invoices. So let's say you sign up a company at a 3.5% credit card fee rate for all their transactions. Well, that's now 3.5% on every transaction. That's coming into Priority Payment Systems, and over the course of a month, that could be, like I said, anywhere from $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. 40% of what is invoiced goes right to you in that paycheck month over month for the lifetime of that account. So that, I think, is a lot of the major stuff I wanted to cover. They do also lease and rent and sell that point of sale equipment, so the actual little machine you put your card into. They do finance and sell that stuff as well should a company be of need. So all those little things pay out fantastic month over month, and it's as simple as you just initiating the conversation and making the connection happen. Let's say you like what you're here, you want to take the next steps, and you're curious, what does training, what does onboarding look like? Well, it is super simple. Ideally, the next steps from here is you finish this video and you'll complete just a couple quick questions. You let me know that you're ready to go, right? You complete the questions, you say, hey, I understand, I've got no further questions that I could particularly go and answer for you. I'm ready to get onboarded and start with the training and get to the real heavy hitting stuff. You tell me you're ready, I send over the onboarding documents, which is just very simple 1099 contractor form for you to sign. And then Priority Payment Systems does have a brief non-disclosure agreement at the end. Just I won't sell or use any of the proprietary information I learn for my own personal gain. So really 2 very simple pieces of paperwork I send right over to you. It's all in the same document. So once you're ready to go, you tell me, I get you over the onboarding documents, and from there the next steps is we just ask everyone to be ready to put aside an hour and a half the very first Monday that you get started. So this is just a quick hour and a half group training session. All of the new hires for that day, they're getting together. They're going to sit down with one of the leaders, ideally the VP of Business Development over at Priority Payment Systems, and you're going to go through all of the need to know and must know stuff for you to get started. It is not going to leave you a master in the industry, but you will feel comfortable getting started, and you will know a lot more about the ins and outs of the job and the company by the time this is done. So after you completed onboarding documents, you've got your 1099 form signed, then it's just registering for that quick hour and a half training session that coming Monday. That is the only thing we will ever require of you. Hour and a half of your time just to sit down and get familiar. And from there, everything else you have is going to be laid out right in front of you. So after I send over those onboarding documents, we work with priority payment systems to get your accounts created and to help you, really just get you situated with all the training materials. So they do a couple unique things. One is they set you up with an agent portal, which is just where you log in, you can view your clients, you can track sales on month to date, year to date, that sort of thing, keep on top of your commission earnings. And the other most important portal that they set you up with after you've completed these onboarding documents is their Priority Payment Systems University training portal. So this, another thing, free of charge, as always. There's no fee to access or use this information. It is strictly a tool that's there to walk you through every nook and cranny of the merchant services industry. So they do have, I think, like a 1-week fast track, which if you get that done in a day or two, you will be very confident in your knowledge and how you're able to go out there and sell the product. But beyond that, they have got, I'd say, months worth of content regarding every little niche part of the industry that you could want to learn about, whether it's selling techniques, whether it's the breakdown of invoices, you name it, they cover it. It is one of the more extensive pieces of training material I've ever seen. I've been working with these guys for a while, and I've still yet to view every single piece of training content they've put out. So that's the two major things that you're going to look for in an email after you've completed the onboarding documents. I get those over to the team at PPS, and then from there, they send you a welcome kit. It's got your ability to schedule the onboarding training, and it has your ability to access both of those login portals. So pretty simple right up until this point. You like what you hear? I'm just here to facilitate the process and get you started. Of course, if you do have any final questions or you'd really like to book a call with me before, moving forward with the next steps, you will have the option to do that at the end of this next assessment. But other than that, that's pretty much the gist of how you get started and how you get going. They like to make it very simple. It's as quick as run through this video, make sure you've got no further questions, complete your onboarding documents, and schedule your training for the coming Monday. After that 1 hour and a half of training, there is no recurring training every Monday, just that one first day that they ask for you to attend. And from there, the other really crucial thing I think that helps them stand out from a lot of other opportunities is they have a team of dedicated managers who have open calendar availability to meet with you whenever you need. So let's say you're struggling to close a deal. You need to call in for reinforcements. You can book a 3-way Zoom call, right? You can have a senior professional sit down and help close that deal, take some of the pressure off your back in the early months. More important is when you're going through training materials and say you've got a question and you try Googling the answer and nothing seems to be out there, right? You can book a call with these managers and just do a quick one-on-one. Hey, I really need to brush up on this topic. I feel like this is something that I'm not quite grasping, and they will make themselves available to give you the one-on-one time and attention that you need. So that's just about all I have for you today. I was hoping to keep this as short and sweet as possible, but I do believe I covered all of the major things you need to know. So from here, you guys, you'll be directed to continue on with this assessment. Please just do me a favor, answer all these questions to the best of your ability. It's all things I covered today, so if you need to, watch the video again, get the information you might have missed. But come the end of it, the big thing I'm going to ask, are you ready to move forward with completing the onboarding documents? Your answer to that depends whether you hear from me or not again. So if you're ready to go, please say, yes, I'm ready to go. Let's make this happen. If you have more questions, let me know that you are not ready to go, and be sure to book a one-on-one call with me in the calendar link just after that, okay? So I thank you again for your time, If you have further questions, if you need to book a call, like I said, after the end of the survey, look for my calendar link on the thank you page, and you can book that call with me there. And other than that, thank you for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you in the future. Excited to help set you up with your new career. Y'all take care.